It's a hauntingly familiar feeling, isn't it? The clock strikes 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and you struggle to get up. You've blamed it on your age, your kidneys, even your water intake. But have you ever thought the real culprit is on your dinner plate? Urologists have issued a shocking warning. 2 familiar foods, eaten every day, are turning your bladder into an automatic alarm clock. They're not beer, wine, or tea. Here's the truth. Most people unwittingly trigger nocturia by eating these 2 foods too close to bedtime. If you don't eliminate them immediately, you'll be stuck in a sleep disruption cycle forever. What are those 2 foods? The secret is a deadly combination of stimulants and high acidity. They not only increase urine output but also cause bladder spasms, forcing you to wake up quickly. Before we start, I want to ask where you are watching from and what time is it. Leave a comment below. If you please like and subscribe to the channel. In the next part, we will reveal to you what those 2 foods are and when it is safe to eat them. Like this video and subscribe to the channel to take back control of your sleep today. Food mistake number 1. Dark chocolate before bed. It feels innocent, doesn't it? A small square of dark chocolate after dinner. A little comfort before bed. You tell yourself it is healthy, full of antioxidants, and better than sugary desserts. But for many people over 60, that tiny indulgence may be the quiet reason you wake up at 2 in the morning again and again. Most seniors think of chocolate as a heart-friendly treat, something doctors even recommend in small amounts. What they rarely mention is that dark chocolate, especially the high cocoa kind, contains compounds that can quietly overstimulate your bladder and kidneys at night. It is not about guilt or sweetness. It is about timing. When eaten late, that piece of chocolate can work against your body's natural rhythm, pushing your bladder into overtime just when it is supposed to rest. Dark chocolate contains natural caffeine and theobromine, 2 compounds that act as gentle stimulants. During the day, they may help with alertness and circulation. But after sunset, they do something different. They signal your adrenal glands to stay active and raise heart rate slightly. This small rise in stress hormones makes your kidneys filter water more aggressively, producing extra urine even when your body does not need it. That's why you often find yourself waking up, not because of thirst, but because your bladder simply will not stay quiet. It gets trickier with age. After 50, the body produces less of the antidiuretic hormone, the one that tells your kidneys to slow down at night. Combine that with caffeine and theobromine, and your bladder never receives the sleep signal. You might fall asleep quickly, but 2 hours later, your body wakes you up as if it were morning. This constant interruption not only breaks deep sleep, but also reduces melatonin, the very hormone that keeps your immune system strong and your mind clear. Researchers at the Mayo Clinic highlighted this in a 2021 study. They found that older adults who consumed caffeine or chocolate within 2 hours of bedtime increased nighttime urination frequency by 22%. It was not only about liquids. The chemical stimulation alone was enough to keep the bladder active through the night. For seniors already struggling with blood pressure medication, prostate enlargement, or mild insomnia, this tiny nighttime treat made things significantly worse. Think about how many evenings end the same way. You finish dinner, watch a little television, then reach for that small piece of dark chocolate. It feels comforting, almost like a nightly ritual. You think you are rewarding yourself for getting through another day. Yet while you rest on the couch, that chocolate starts whispering to your nervous system. Stay alert, stay active, keep filtering. You drift off to sleep, only to find yourself back in the bathroom before dawn, wondering what went wrong again. There is also the hidden sugar factor. Even unsweetened dark chocolate often contains trace amounts of fructose, which can increase kidney activity. For people with borderline insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes, this subtle sugar rush raises nighttime glucose and signals the kidneys to flush out more fluid. Over time, This creates a cycle of dehydration and disrupted rest, leaving you exhausted even after 7 hours in bed. If this sounds familiar, you are not alone. Thousands of older adults in the United States and India have shared similar stories, especially those who believed switching to dark chocolate was a healthy habit. The truth is, the problem is not chocolate itself, but when and how it is eaten. Timing can change everything. Here's the good news. Your body can reset quickly. You do not need to give up your favorite treat forever. Simply move it earlier. Have that small piece of chocolate with lunch, or as an afternoon pick-me-up before 4 p.m. That way, your metabolism has several hours to process the stimulants before bedtime. If you crave something calming after dinner, trade that chocolate square for a few slices of kiwi or a crisp apple eaten before 8 p.m. Kiwi contains natural serotonin, a compound that helps relax your nervous system and prepare your brain for rest. Apple fiber slows digestion gently, keeping your blood sugar stable through the night. Both fruits satisfy the desire for sweetness without triggering bladder activity. It is a simple change that can make a remarkable difference within days. Many of my older patients in Phoenix, Mumbai, and Chicago have made this switch. They tell me their nights feel longer, their dreams more vivid, and their mornings less foggy. They did not buy a supplement or start a new medication. They simply understood how their body reacts to certain foods, and adjusted with kindness instead of guilt. That's the key lesson here. Your bladder is not your enemy. It is your body's way of communicating. When it wakes you at night, it is not punishing you. It is asking for balance. By listening to it, by making small adjustments like avoiding dark chocolate late in the evening, you can teach your body to rest again. So tonight, before you reach for that chocolate bar, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, will this help me sleep or keep me awake? Then make the gentler choice. Your body will thank you, your bladder will rest, and your nights will slowly return to peace. Food mistake number 2. Processed meats before bed. It seems harmless at first glance. A few slices of smoked turkey, a comforting bowl of soup from a can, or a quick sandwich made with deli meat before bed. For many older adults, these foods are a simple and convenient way to end the day. They are familiar, they taste satisfying, and they save time when energy is low. Yet hidden beneath that comfort is one of the most common but least discussed reasons why so many people wake up 3 or 4 times a night to use the bathroom. Processed meats, pickled snacks, and packaged soups are loaded with sodium, salt in its most concentrated form. Most of us have heard that sodium raises blood pressure, but few realize how strongly it affects the bladder, especially at night. After dinner, your body begins preparing to rest. Your kidneys slow down, your bladder relaxes, and your heart rate decreases. But when you eat foods packed with sodium, your body can't follow that rhythm. It suddenly has to rebalance the salt levels in your blood. Here's what happens next. Salt pulls water into the bloodstream to dilute itself. That extra fluid increases the total volume of blood circulating through your system. Your kidneys respond automatically. They start filtering out the excess water to protect your body from overload. And since you usually eat dinner late in the evening, your kidneys do that work right when you're trying to sleep. The result is predictable. Your bladder fills faster, and before long you're awake, again, heading to the bathroom at 2 or 3 in the morning. For people over 60, this effect becomes even more intense. As we age, the hormone that slows urine production at night, called vasopressin, drops sharply. That means your kidneys already have a harder time holding water while you sleep. Add a salty dinner or a few slices of processed meat, and your bladder simply can't keep up. It's not your age, and it's not your willpower. It's chemistry, working against you when you least expect it. The Cleveland Clinic published a study in 2023 that put numbers behind this hidden problem. They found that older adults who consumed high-sodium diets had a 35% higher risk of nighttime urination. The more processed foods they ate, sausages, deli meats, canned soups, the more severe the problem became. What's more surprising is that people who reduced sodium intake by even 1/3 reported dramatic improvements in sleep within just 1 week. That's not a medication or a supplement. It's simply a change of habit. Let's put this into a real-life picture. Imagine Robert, a 71-year-old retired teacher from Dallas. Every night after dinner, he enjoyed a small plate of smoked ham with pickles and a glass of tomato juice. It was his version of comfort, something his late wife used to prepare. For years, he assumed that waking up several times a night was just part of aging. But after watching his sodium intake for only 10 days, switching to unsalted pumpkin seeds and almond milk before bed, he noticed something remarkable. He slept for 6 hours straight for the first time in years. The heaviness in his legs eased, and his mornings felt clear again. That's the silent truth so many people overlook. Your bladder is not weak, it's overwhelmed. It's working overtime because the foods you believe are harmless are quietly forcing it to. When you choose high-sodium foods late in the evening, you're essentially giving your kidneys a night shift they didn't ask for. They keep filtering, and your bladder keeps filling. But when you replace those foods with calming, mineral-rich alternatives, everything changes. Unsalted pumpkin seeds are one of the best substitutes. They are packed with magnesium, a mineral that helps relax the muscles of the bladder and urinary tract. A small handful before sunset not only satisfies hunger, but also supports your nerves and sleep quality. Almonds are another gentle option. Their natural balance of healthy fats and magnesium helps steady your heart rate and reduce nighttime awakenings. Even a warm cup of homemade vegetable broth, lightly seasoned with herbs instead of salt, can provide comfort without overstimulating your kidneys. And here's a simple rule that helps many of my older patients in both the US and India. If a food comes in a package or has a long shelf life, save it for the daytime. Let your evenings belong to lighter, fresher meals, grilled vegetables, lentil soup, or plain yogurt with a drizzle of honey. Your bladder will thank you, and your sleep will begin to rebuild its rhythm. The beautiful part is, this isn't about giving up the foods you love. It's about timing, moderation, and awareness. Once you understand how salt and processed meats hijack your body's nightly routine, you can take back control with small, gentle changes. So tonight, as you reach for that can of soup or that slice of deli meat, pause for a second. Ask yourself, is this helping my rest or stealing it? Then choose the meal that lets your bladder and your body finally rest in peace again. Robert, a 67-year-old retired mechanic from Phoenix, used to wake up 4 times a night to use the bathroom. At first, he laughed it off, blaming it on getting older. But the constant interruptions soon wore him down. His nights felt endless, his mornings heavy, and his patience with life began to fade. He tried cutting back on water, taking over-the-counter pills, even drinking herbal teas, but nothing helped for long. One evening, after hearing a urologist's advice online, he decided to make one small change. He stopped eating salty nuts and snacks after dinner and replaced them with a handful of unsalted pumpkin seeds at 8 p.m., followed by a glass of warm water. It sounded too simple to work. Yet after just 1 week, something remarkable happened. Robert slept 6 full hours without waking once. His energy returned, his mood lifted, and his wife said he looked 10 years younger. Robert didn't buy a new pill or follow a miracle diet. He simply listened to his body and gave it balance. What worked for him wasn't luck. It was awareness. And that same awareness can help you reclaim your nights, one quiet evening at a time. Warning section. Who should absolutely avoid this routine? Before you make any big change to your evening habits, there is something very important you need to hear. Not every piece of advice, no matter how natural or well-meaning, is right for everyone. Your body has its own story, written by years of medication, surgeries, and unique challenges. Listening to that story, and to your doctor, is the most powerful act of self-care you can do. First, if you are currently taking prescription diuretics or any strong medications that affect your kidneys or fluid balance, please do not try this nighttime food routine without medical approval. Diuretics are designed to help your body release excess water and salt, often for conditions like heart failure or high blood pressure. Adding foods or habits that also increase urine output, like pumpkin seeds, herbal teas, or magnesium-rich snacks, can make your system lose more water than it should. This could lead to dehydration, dizziness, or even dangerous drops in blood pressure while you sleep. The same goes for anyone taking sleep aids or sedatives. Combining natural diuretics with medications that slow your nervous system can interfere with your heart rhythm and breathing. Second, if you have uncontrolled diabetes or blood sugar swings, you should move with caution. Many natural evening remedies involve small amounts of fruit, honey, or warm drinks that can nudge blood sugar levels upward. For someone with stable glucose, this can be soothing and harmless. But if your blood sugar often spikes or crashes during the night, that same habit can make things worse. Low blood sugar at 2 a.m. can wake you suddenly, mimicking the same symptoms as nighttime urination, shaking, sweating, and restlessness. Always check with your physician before adding any new food routine, no matter how small. And third, if you have heart disease, kidney problems, or low blood pressure, you should consult your doctor before adjusting your evening diet. These organs work together like an orchestra. Changing one section's rhythm affects the whole performance. For instance, reducing salt too aggressively can lower your blood pressure too quickly, leading to fatigue or fainting. On the other hand, certain herbal drinks can interact with heart medications such as beta blockers or ACE inhibitors. Even natural foods like kiwi or nuts can have unexpected effects if your medication list is long. The truth is, every body is different. What brings peace and rest to one person may not be safe for another. Your doctor knows your medical history better than any video, article, or internet advice ever could. So before you start a new nighttime habit, make that quick phone call or schedule that short checkup. It is not a sign of fear. It is a sign of wisdom. The goal here is never perfection. It is balance. Small, safe changes can still transform your nights as long as they honor your body's needs. When you move with care and stay connected with your doctor, you protect not just your sleep, but your long-term peace. And that, truly, is the most powerful healing of all. Nighttime urination is not destiny. It is your body's way of asking for balance. For years, many of us have accepted restless nights as a normal part of aging. We blame our age, our bladder, or our medications. But the truth is simpler and kinder. Your body is not broken. It is just asking you to listen. When you remove the wrong foods, reduce evening salt, and rebuild gentle nighttime habits, your body remembers how to rest. Balance, once lost, can always be restored. Small choices create powerful change. Replacing one salty snack with pumpkin seeds or skipping that late chocolate may seem insignificant tonight, but your bladder and brain will notice the difference within days. Your energy returns, your mornings brighten, and you wake up feeling lighter, not only in body, but in spirit. Remember, healing rarely comes from big leaps. It comes from small, consistent steps in the right direction. Now, I would love to hear from you. Where are you watching from? How old are you? And how many nights have you finally slept through? Your stories give hope to others who are still searching for rest. We read every comment because your journey may inspire someone else to take their first step tonight. So here's my final wish for you. May your nights be calm, your mornings bright, and your heart full of peace. You deserve deep, uninterrupted rest, the kind that rebuilds your body, sharpens your mind, and fills your days with quiet joy. If this message resonated with you, please like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more gentle ways to restore your sleep naturally. Tonight could be the beginning of your most peaceful chapter yet.